Internet friends, starting off the video with a spin of the chair. Oof, nailed it. My name is Multiplier, and in this video, it's all about Facebook. What we've seen from the title. Warning though, this could completely ruin your experience of Facebook, personally. So much so, I totally hate it now. It's great. Oh, look at all these friends. Isn't that fantastic? Oh, connections, marketing. But then you can't see your friend stuff very easily. There's kind of a way to do it, as I shall explain, but giant headache, and the notifications become useless. So you stop using Facebook almost entirely. I mean, maybe that's good. Then there's probably got to stop getting spied on and sold stuff too. So that's probably all for the best, actually. So best do this. Cultivate your Facebook as a networking tool so much so that it breaks your experience of Facebook. You hate using it, and so you stop using it. That sounds like a nice way to overcome the addiction. So let me dive straight in. Step number 1, you have to look like a music person. So have a musical picture, quite easy to see, have a musical profile picture and a musical cover photo, the big banner type thing. And also, bonus points, have a sort of nickname type thing. So here it says Multiplier. I don't know what the technical Facebook name is for that, but so when people see your friend request, they see your name, brackets, DJ name, doesn't matter, they don't know it. And then they see a musical picture and they go, sweet, cool, that's nice. Except, I like musical friends, except, and well, it gets better than that though. The more friends you add, the more friends you get, the more mutual friends you have. I mean, look at these, for example. Look how many mutual friends I have. So that's totally bananas, that's mad. And so presumably I could just add this person, we were already friends, but if there was somebody else who I was sending this Facebook friend message thing to, and if they saw there's 600 mutual friends, and you look musical, they will click accept, unless they're on the upper echelon, unless Facebook's become unmanageable for them. So this isn't quite work with the biggest DJs or influential people, but right up to the mid to the high end. Definitely to the mid, sometimes mid-high, but it definitely works. And if you see there's hundreds or even thousands in some cases mutual friends, it presumably means it's somebody equally as sort of moving up the ranks in the world, if there is such a thing, which I'm sure in people's mind's eye there is. Multiply your rambling. Yes, I focus. How do you begin? So what you need to do is start to add musical people, DJs and other producers, label people, but mostly DJs and other producers. So it's probably best if you don't have friend lists to dig through. Just go to Facebook groups full of producers and just start adding people. Don't go too crazy. If you add too many people at once, Facebook pops up a message saying stop. But add a whole bunch. Go to a Facebook group, add 40, 50 people that are musical, importantly. And then most of them will accept because they will. And then keep doing that every few days to every few weeks. And then just keep doing it. Keep adding people. And then, I mean, it all sounds quite obvious so far, and then this thing happens. And it's a pretty magical moment. So you get this weird network effect happening where all of a sudden you don't have to add people add you. It literally happened overnight. I'm not exaggerating. I was at, 1,000 friends, maybe 1,300 or something. But then all of a sudden, this weird network effect thing happened, and I was getting tens of, probably even hundreds of requests a day. You hit this point where Facebook recommends you because it sees you're like 60 mutual friends with this person and 90 mutual friends with this person and 100 mutual friends with that person and 40 mutual friends with that person. And they're all sort of interconnected, interrelated, because that person's friends with that person, it's like a big network of friends, internet friends, live party, internet friends. Because they're all interconnected, Facebook thinks you probably know each other. You might have gone to the same school or some other equivalent. Maybe you work in a similar place or you go to the same badminton club. So Facebook just assumes you know each other, or maybe thinks that you might know each other. So even though you don't know each other, I mean, you have a shared interest. So to some extent, it's not that far off the truth, but it sort of recommends you. You can see here, for example, Facebook recommending friends to me. Thanks, Facebook. I need some more friends. Thanks for recommending friends to me. That's nice of it. Facebook, Zuck's heart is in the right place. Trying to suggest some friends for me. That's excellent. So yeah, basically you end up being the person that gets suggested. So literally overnight, I went from having to add people, this was all years ago, by the way, but it still works now. I went from having to add people through to just having a constant stream of people adding me. So you flick through and you sort of add the ones that have the most mutual friends. That obviously, if someone says one mutual friend and it's someone who doesn't look like a producer, that's not going to help your circle grow of importance on Facebook. But if it's a DJ person, music producer person, and there's loads of mutual friends, click accept. Click accept and keep working your way down. Keep adding friends, keep accepting friends until you hit 5,000. And there's important things to do along the way, but we'll come back to that. Once you hit 5,000, go through your friend list and remove people. Remove all the accounts that have been deactivated. Start with the deactivated accounts, and then start to remove people that aren't producers, because that will happen. Some will slip through the net, or you'll forget, or will have stopped producing. So remove the people that aren't producers. I'm removing you. You're playing golf on your profile picture. You're not committed to music, so I'm deleting you as a friend. Gone forever. Tough luck, golf bro number 2. And then you remove people, because there's a limit of 5,000 on Facebook. You remove the people that aren't producers, or start with that. Inactive users, then the people that aren't producers, and then start adding, filling those friend slots up again with more producers. Then what happens is you keep doing this until eventually you've pretty much only got your friends and producers in your friends list. But multiply, you said this was a good tip. That's just for your average producer or someone who's new to producing. I wanted to message Skrillex. Well, you can't, but if you want to message someone who's like an established DJ, maybe halfway up the ranks, if there's such a thing, then what you need to do is start to swap out those producers for more and more influential people. The more friends you have, the more established you look. So it becomes easier for someone who's higher up the ranks than you to sort of click accept, because they think you're higher up the ranks for all the right and all the wrong reasons. Mostly all the wrong reasons. And then what you'll also find is the more mutual friends you have, again, the more established you look. So you sort of keep doing it, you sort of work your way up. So maybe initially you have 4,000 brand new producers, and that's totally coolies. But then you start adding maybe some slightly more advanced, or someone who's been doing it a bit longer, someone who has a small following. So they start accepting you. And then maybe you have 400, people with 5,000 followers on SoundCloud, for example. So people that have got a bit of traction but still quite new. And the more of those you have, the easier it is for people of a similar level and higher to accept. So you can literally just keep swapping people out and adding slightly higher people in until all of a sudden you have mutual friends with really established people. And so if you're trying to get this quite established person who's halfway up the rungs to accept your friend request, if they see that you're friends with 600 of their friends or 400 of their friends, or not even friends, but just 400 people on their Facebook friends list, cool. They'll click accept. Maybe. You can't guarantee this will work on any one person, because not everyone uses Facebook to just accept friend requests from producers or half producers or unknown people. But it does work. And it as I say, it will completely ruin your Facebook experience, but it 100% works, and it will take months. It will take months to do this, because you can't do it all in one go. But if you work your way through this, keep cultivating a list, keep deleting people and adding slightly higher people in, it definitely works. It definitely works. I mean, as I say, I don't actually use Facebook for this anymore, but it worked. I did it in the past. Bonus tip now: if you want to use Facebook to see your friends, maybe you have 500 personal friends and 4,500 producer friends. If you don't want to see the post from the 4,500 producers and you just want to see your friends, you have to unfollow. You have to unfollow religiously. Whenever you see anything from someone who isn't your friend, who you don't know, who you don't want to see their posts, click unfollow. And you have to keep doing this. I mean, as I said, I don't actually really use Facebook anymore. I don't flick through the feed, but back when I did, that's what I had to do. It would take years for me to sort of whittle off all these people, but I would unfollow 5-10 people a day. This was back when I was using Facebook a lot. So I would only see my friends' stuff, but it meant that I had to be super sort of systematized, like habitized. It was like I had to make it a habit to unfollow people that I didn't want to see. And then that at least made the feed somewhat usable. It wasn't perfect, because I was still adding people all the time, of course. So there was always new friends that hadn't unfollowed yet. So stuff was always appearing that I didn't want to see. But it's possible, at least. Or you could spend one evening just on a mega unfollow cycle thing. Is that even possible? I don't even know. I don't even know if you can go through your friend list and unfollow them very easily, but there's maybe a way. There might be a clever, or maybe there's a way to set up a personal friends group, and then you can just see the group. I don't know. Saying all that, Facebook probably just wants to throw you ads and, I don't know, make you vote certain ways. So I've no idea if any of that, if the unfollow thing works or not. That's for up to you to find out. Also, bonus warning number 10. This will completely destroy notifications. I mean, think about it. If you probably experienced this yourself with 10 of your producer friends. You have 10 producer friends on Facebook, and they're always inviting you to their events, and they're asking you to like their page 4 times a day. So imagine what happens when you have 4,000 producer friends all trying to get you to like their page. They're starting a new one every 5 minutes, and like my page, like my page, like my page. Come to my event. It's in Bermuda or Antarctica. Come to it. I'm also playing again. Come to it. Vote for me. So play my nudge, poke, wave. It's a bit ridiculous. And what happens? It would even be worse. It used to be worse. Facebook, over the years, Facebook actually stopped notifying you of everything. So back in the day, when I first started doing this, and Facebook didn't cultivate the notifications, you'd get hundreds of notifications a day, literally. Now, if you just ignore the notifications, Facebook tries to choose the 10 or 15 or 20 that it thinks you're most likely to actually look at. If you don't look at them, if you look at them, it will just keep sending you new ones. So it will completely destroy notifications. So that's something you have to sort of live with. But I did say this will break your Facebook. But that's, as I say, it's also probably a good thing, because do you really want to be spending all day flicking through Facebook? Personally, no. But it's useful. It can be useful. You can learn lots. It's finding a way to do it in a way that's nice. Did another video on that, though. Maybe it's up, maybe it's not. Who knows? It's a mystery. It's a mystery of the universe. Like jelly. Why does it wobble and wobble so much? Nobody knows. Absolutely nobody knows. Bonus tip number 19. Let's say you've done all this. Thanks, Multiplier. Now I'm friends with someone who runs a big blog or music channel, YouTube, who runs a big YouTube channel posting tracks. How do I message them? Don't just ask them for. I shouldn't even have to say this, but I will say it because of how people message me. Don't just ask them for stuff. Don't just send them. It should be obvious, but don't just send them your SoundCloud link. If they run a big YouTube channel, they post songs and they have loads of plays or whatever. Don't just send them your SoundCloud link or, hey bro, I hope you like my track, smiley face. Even if you're sincere, even if you sincerely think that they'll love your track, even if it's the best track in the world, even if you don't expect anything of them, it's not the way to do it. You have to think more creatively and also think of it from their perspective and offer something of value, not just the song. I mean, if the song's incredible, then if they click it, then it is useful, but look at it from their perspective. Do you think they would, if they're running a big YouTube channel posting songs, how many songs do you think they'll be sent a week? Depending on how big the channel is, different number, obviously, but if it's a big channel, they'll be sent literally thousands of songs a week, which is too many to listen to, especially if it's just by itself and they have no incentive to listen to or no sort of curiosity to listen to. So don't just spam your SoundCloud link or your YouTube link. And also, this is also very, very important as well. Again, it feels weird that I have to say this, but it's totally true. Don't just say, hi. I do get it. I get it. I get that. Or at least I assume that they're trying to build a relationship before then doing an ask or maybe seeing if they're interested in listening to your songs. But I get that you want to build. Oh, fell off my chair a bit there. I get that you may want to build that relationship first, which is correct, by the way. I mean, if you can build a relationship with them one way or another, that's obviously helpful. But if you just say hi, maybe add or hi, and then wait a week. Hi. Maybe a day later. How are you? I don't suspect that'll work. Nope. If you're lucky, you might catch them at a moment where they're willing to engage, and they might for a bit. But no, the thing to do is offer something interesting. Maybe send them an interesting article, or if they run a YouTube channel and you want them to post your song, don't send them your song. Find an interesting YouTube-related article. Maybe it's on Tube Filter's website, where it gives YouTube channel advice, I think. I'm not sure, I haven't read it in years. Maybe send them the article saying, you might enjoy this. Or maybe send them somebody else's music that you think they may like, which... Think about it. That's a good idea. Excellent idea. Excellent idea. Interesting multiplier. Interesting ideas. And I've done lots of... So I've also... Go onto the YouTube if you want more sort of networking advice and things, such as the follow-up email. Type into the YouTube multiplier, music industry... Don't type that. Type multiplier, music industry advice, or music business advice, something like that. 3 or 4 videos about it, giving various tips and tricks and ways to approach networking or marketing yourself or talking to people like that, which will more concisely do it. Because I'm rambling like a maniac today, so those videos are more concisely, more seriously, more poignantly, maybe even give you more tips. So check it out, I reckon. Multiplier did a video in a very rambly style, but that's fun for a change, mixing it up. Big style. Facebook. Well, yeah, video complete. Wait, check it out. Catch you guys in the flippity flip. Knowledge.